So it's Sunday evening, and as of tomorrow morning, I'm quitting sugar. I've decided I'm getting rid of all the sugar from my life. And when I first came up with this idea that I wanted to do this, I thought, well, let me do it for a year. That would be super cool. And maybe I could even document it and see how it goes, But the more I thought of it, then I'm like thinking, actually, that scares the hell out of me. A whole year. So instead of a year, I'm doing a month, 30 days, because I can kind of wrap my head around that. And then I thought, well, if that goes well, then maybe could do it for a year, but let's do 30 days. And even that, I know, is going to be a challenge, because it's not just the sugar that, you might put in your tea or coffee. I'm going to cut out all sources of sugar. So, that means no soft drinks, not that I drink soft drinks really, but no soft drinks, no store-bought sauces, no ketchup or anything like that, no jams, no sweets, no chocolate, unless it's like, an 85% chocolate. Don't think that has sugar in it. I will check though. No desserts. I am gonna have to lay out like rules for what I can and can't have kind of thing. But the idea is I am quitting sugar. And it's not that I am an unhealthy eater and eat tons of sugar. I am very conscious of what I eat, what I put in my body, for sure. And most people who see what I eat would probably say, gosh, you're a very healthy eater. I eat tons of vegetables every single day. Like I said, I don't really take any soft drinks, don't drink any alcohol really. But sugar somehow sneaks its way in more than I would like it to. So admit I have a sweet tooth. I really do. I love sweet things. I love desserts. I love chocolate. I will not say no to sweets generally. It's not like I binge eat on any of these things, but like I said, it kind of sneaks in, I'm like, oh, that looks nice, or that's a little treat, a nice treat. Let me have a piece of pie or whatever it may be, And I've realized that it actually adds up. It's become a daily thing now, and that's a problem. And I know how bad sugar is for our body. Also, this week read the most amazing book about our brain, and how sugar negatively affects our brain. And I want to be strong and healthy and full of energy, So sugar has to go. It just has to go. And surely I can do it. If I just put my mind to it, I can do this. And I know it's going to be tough, because I am sure on some level I am addicted to it, and I am going to get withdrawals, and I'm going to have cravings. So I got to make sure I'm, really taking care of the rest of my diet and everything. But I want to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm starting tomorrow. I mentioned I went to the supermarket today and I got all these goodies, because I want to check how much sugar they actually contain. And I even bought a scale, so I'm going to measure out how much sugar each product contains. The only thing that doesn't belong there is this thing, beautiful sparkling water, which is my treat, seeing as I am not drinking any alcohol or taking anything with sweet in it. Hey, Fudgy. Okay, so I'm going to see how much sugar are in some of these drinks and things that I bought from the supermarket. And I had to use my kids' magnifying glass, because some of the nutritional information is so small. But anyway, we're gonna start with Coke. And I think there's no surprise to anyone how much freaking sugar there is in Coke. We know that. But there's something else about measuring it out and seeing the amount. So Coke has 26.5 grams of sugar per 250 milliliters, it says here. So the serving size is 250 mils, but this bottle is 500 mils. So what they're telling us, that actually you should be drinking half. So the nutritional information is for half. Do you know anyone who would drink half a bottle of Coke? No. Of course, the serving size is the full bottle, so they're kind of tricking you there.
So if we multiply that by 2, then this bottle has 53 grams of sugar. 53 grams. What does that look like? So I have my sugar jar here. And I'm going to measure it out. Yeah, 53 grams of sugar. There you have it. So all that sugar is in 1 bottle of Coke. It's insane. So if we convert this to teaspoons, 1 teaspoon is about 4 grams. So this is 13 teaspoons of sugar is what you get when you drink a bottle like this. So I checked some of the other soft drinks. So for instance, Fanta, and it turns out they have pretty much exactly the same amount of sugar. So it seems like in terms of which soft drink you drink, doesn't really matter. Of course, in the Coke, you get the caffeine as well. So remember that, 13 teaspoons of sugar when you drink a soft drink. Unbelievable. So I've actually been away. The whole family has been away and we just flew back today. And on the plane, they had this chocolate mousse thing, which looked amazing. And the kids ate it, loved it. And I resisted. I did not eat mine. You know, brownie points for me, although that expression doesn't really work with this. But anyway, I did not eat it. And then I came home and my maid, Modesta, bless her heart, had made the most amazing meal. And because we had been away for a while, she also made dessert. Lemon pie, which is, I know her lemon pie, it's absolutely delicious. So of course I had some. And because I knew I was gonna do this no sugar thing, because I've been thinking about it, not only did I have 1 piece, 1 normal size serving, I went back for seconds because I thought, well, you're not gonna eat sugar now for quite a while, so you might as well, Kim. And I thought, let me just show you this lemon meringue pie. Okay, so let me show you Modesta's lemon pie. There we have it. I will point out, I did not eat all of that, okay? I had like 2 small servings. 4 people dug into that. But there it is, and it was full of sugar, absolutely delicious. But for the next month, of course, completely off limits. And the problem now is, of course, that it's in the fridge, and I'm gonna see it every freaking day I open that fridge. So I think I might have to give the pie away. So, Monday morning. Day 1. It's early morning here in Lusaka. I'm pretty much just woken up. I thought if I'm gonna do this, I need to start my days right, you know? So done my breathing exercises. I did my meditation, although I got interrupted by the kids, which is fine. And now I've come out to have coffee. So I love my coffee in the morning. And I've done a beautiful French press. The only thing which is a bit different today is that usually I put like soy milk or almond milk in my coffee. And I reached for the soy milk that was in my fridge this morning, and it was just the regular soy milk. And I thought, let me just check the ingredients just to be absolutely sure. And sure enough, there's sugar in there. Actually, there's fructose. They've added fructose, which is like terrible for you, especially your liver. So didn't put that in my coffee, and because I am trying to really minimize the amount of dairy that I take, I'm not going to put regular dairy milk in my coffee. So I'm drinking my coffee black. Yeah, and actually it's actually delicious. I'm enjoying it. But another thing that I always do as my morning routine is I have my coffee with home-baked vegan rusks. I'll show you how they look. They're absolutely delicious. There they are. But they have sugar in them. So no rusks for me this morning, I'm afraid. But it's okay. I'm super motivated to do this, and I'm very excited to see where this day goes. Wish me luck. So it's 1:30 and I am having my lunch. Everything has gone really well so far. The only snack I've had was a green smoothie, and that was a bit of fresh fruit and some spinach in it. That's it. And for lunch now, I am out and about. So I brought a cooler box with me. It's my cooler box with some food because I knew I wouldn't have a chance to eat at a restaurant or go home or anything. And actually the head office for Umoyo is moving at the moment. So I'm at the new site, and well, there's not much here at the moment. So I'm just outside here.
sitting with my food there.
This is what I had for lunch. I've already dug in quite a bit. So I have some salad, some carrot sticks with hummus, and a little bit of quiche there. So that was my lunch, and obviously some alkaline water. Woohoo! Anyway, the main point is that it is going well. So I'm very happy and I feel great. I got good energy. It's still only day one though, and I haven't been anywhere where I could have been tempted by anything, you know, so that obviously helps. But yeah, so far so good. So I just finished my training at CrossFit Amaka. Oh, it was so good. I haven't trained for a while, and my gosh, it's so much fun. I feel so energized. Morning! Day 2. Last night was a tough night for me because I didn't sleep very well at all. My youngest, Harley, had a bad fever and was up all night, and the dogs were making noise. So my plan was that I was going to get up at 5 o'clock this morning, and I was going to, you know, do my breathing and meditation and then hit the 6:30 CrossFit class and then get straight to work after that. But that plan has changed. So it's 6:30 now and I'm up, but I'm not at the CrossFit class. I'm sitting here drinking my black coffee, which is so delicious. I'm feeling really hungry. I am going to make myself oatmeal porridge this morning. Which I'm not going to sweeten at all. I'm just going to have it with a bit of cinnamon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the day. It's going to be good. If I look back at yesterday, the only place where I really struggled was in the evening. So after dinner, a bit later on, I kind of got the munchies, and it would have been lovely to have, you know, something sweet, maybe a slice of that lemon pie. I haven't given it away yet because the kids had a slice and it looked so good. Or sometimes I would have like a cup of tea, some green tea maybe with the rusks. And of course, I'm not eating those rusks anymore because they got sugar. So that was a little bit challenging, but there was a box of popcorn from the kids' snack in the afternoon, so I had a few handfuls of the popcorn and that was fine, you know, and then I just went to bed. Anyway, so that's my update.
So next I thought, well, let's have a look at juices, because we've been led to believe that juice is a healthier option, say, than soft drinks, and certainly myself as well. I'd rather give my kids a fruit juice then I would give them like a soft drink, right? But it's also all the marketing around it. We've been led to believe that it's a healthier choice. But let's see how much sugar is actually in these fruit juices. So I just went to the supermarket and I bought a few fruit juices that are popular here in Zambia. So the first one I got is Zam juice. And when we look at the ingredients, well, we have water, milk, and the third ingredient is sugar. So the fact that it's the third ingredient means that there's a lot of sugar in there, because you always list ingredients according to how much is in the product. So you start with the thing that is most in the product and you go down from there. But when I look at the typical nutrition information, all they have listed is energy, protein, and calcium. So they haven't even listed how much carbohydrate and sugar is in there. So we actually have no idea how much sugar is in this product. And therefore, I think they might be hiding something. So there's probably a lot of sugar in something like that. I got another one, Cabana. And once again, they've listed, so it is, I'm gonna need my little, they got yogurt, fruit juice, and sugar in there. Sugar is the third ingredient once again. But there is no nutritional information. So we have no idea how much sugar is in there, but I bet you it's a lot. It's mid-morning and I'm having a little snack, so a green smoothie. Today it is rape, banana, a little bit of mango and a little bit of pineapple. And it's delicious. All right, so that's my mid-morning snack. But what I really wanted to do was to go through the rules of this no sugar 30-day thing. So I've thought a lot about this. So what can I and can I not have kind of thing. There has to be some rules to it, you know? So this is what I've come up with, and I wanted to go through it with you. So my no sugar rules are as follows. Rule number 1, no sugar. Yes, no duh. I think we all understand that one. So I cannot add sugar to anything. Got it. Rule number 2, no products with added sugar. So that means, of course, that I have to check all products that I eat, if they're coming from a package or a jar or whatever, just to make sure that there's no sugar that has been added to that product. Easy, I can do that. Number 3, I've put on here no fruit juice. I don't drink a lot of fruit juice at all, but I'm putting it on because a lot of people think that fruit juice is like the healthy choice, but actually it's not. It is just packed with sugar. And the fruit juice you find on the supermarket shelves, you know, there's a reason it is not in the fridge, right? That it can stay on the shelf for months and months and months. And it's because it's been pasteurized, so heat treated. And that literally destroys any goodness that was in there, all the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, phytonutrients, all that good stuff is gone. And you're left with a concentrate of sugar. So definitely no fruit juices. Even if it's freshly pressed juice, I'm not going to touch it during this 30 days. But I am allowing myself, you know, stuff like this where it's the whole fruit, because this is not juice, this is blended. So I have the whole fruit in there with all the fiber. So that will slow down the release of sugar. So whole fruit is okay. Rule number 4, it's kind of in the same vein as the fruit juices, and that is no alcohol, because really the alcohol is like liquid sugar as well in terms of how your body reacts to it. So no alcohol. Rule number 5, no dried fruit. And the reason for this is very obvious. It is concentrated sugar. You know, if you think of a big mango and then you dry it, you know, the pieces of mango that dry, they're tiny. So you can eat so much of it without even realizing that you've eaten like 5 mangoes and the sugar of 5 mangoes kind of thing, you know? And I also don't want to end up in a situation where I'm just gobbling raisins or dates, you know, because it's sugar. So like this morning when I made my oatmeal porridge, I thought, oh, it would be nice with some raisins in there. But I resisted and said, no, let me be quite strict on this one. So no dried fruit. And then the final rule is rule number 6, which is no sweeteners. Now, I had to think long and hard about this one. The obvious ones are, of course, I've already stated, no sugar. Also no honey, because honey acts exactly the same way as sugar in your body. So definitely no honey. I would never touch artificial sweeteners anyway, but definitely no artificial sweeteners. I mean, like when you read the research on them, it is so dangerous to us. I mean, aspartame, a very common artificial sweetener, it excites your neurons in your brain to the point where they die. Okay, so you're killing your brain cells essentially by taking this stuff. We do not want that. But the tricky part came when I was considering, well, how about safe natural sweeteners like stevia? Doesn't raise your blood sugar, has no negative impact on your body, has been used for thousands of years, you know? Or xylitol or monk fruit extract. These are beautiful natural sweeteners that I highly recommend. But for this challenge that I'm doing for me, I'm cutting them out. And the reason for this is quite simple. I want to desensitize myself to that sweet taste. So I don't want to feed that sweet taste with natural sweeteners, and then when I finish the challenge, I still have my sweet tooth, you know? So I'm gonna get rid of all the sweetness when it comes to food in my life. Those are my 6 rules. So it's way past lunchtime. I've been out and about in town missioning today, which means that it's gonna be lunch in the car. I brought my cool box and I am about to dig in. I have some lovely salad. This is carrots with apple and some groundnuts. And I have some leftover mushroom quiche, and then there's a big thing of green smoothie in there in case I get hungry, peckish a bit later this afternoon. So moving on to other fruit juices, I have this one here where it says no added sugar, and I know a lot of us then would think, well, this would be a much healthier choice, and I know for a fact that a lot of us give this to our kids. Let's see how much sugar is actually in there. This is 200 mils, so for 200 mils it is 23 grams of sugar. 23 grams of sugar translates into 6 teaspoons of sugar. So, when you give this to your kids, you need to start rethinking. That is like spoon feeding them 6 teaspoons of sugar, and you're thinking you're giving them a healthy treat. Not really, actually. And I know some of you are going to say to me, well, Kim, this is natural sugar. There's no added sugar. It's fine. No, that doesn't work. Unfortunately, I wish it was so. But because this has been heat treated, any good nutrition that was once in the fruit is completely wiped out. There is hardly any vitamins or minerals or any antioxidants in there that will provide good nutrition for you or your kids in here. Think of this as just concentrated sugar, 6 teaspoons to be precise, yeah? Now, what I found mind-blowing was that when I compared the amount of sugar in this supposedly healthy fruit juice compared to Coke, that we all know has a lot of sugar in it, I found that actually per 100 mils, this has more sugar. Can you believe it? This has more sugar. So, Coke, I wrote this down, has 10.6 grams of sugar per 100 mils. This healthy, supposedly healthy, fruit juice has 11.5. So if we were to drink the same amount, 500 mils of this fruit juice, we would get 57.5 grams of sugar. 57. It's crazy. So the point is, this is concentrated sugar. Do not drink it, and definitely don't give it to your kids. You're making sugar addicts out of them. So I'm about to work out, do a CrossFit class, and I found my energy is a bit low. So I had a little bit more of my green smoothie, and that sorted me out. So I feel good again. It's all good. So it seems like mid-afternoon and evening are the times where my energy drops a little bit and I get a bit of a sweet craving. So those are the times I just gotta watch out for a little bit more. Just finished my workout, and as you can see, I'm pretty sweaty. It was a good workout. It was a long one, but really good, and I'm feeling really energized. Day 3, all good. Today I'm missioning again, so I'm spending a lot of time in my car. But what I'm doing is that I've downloaded a couple of books about sugar that goes through all the dangerous effects that it has on our body and in detail, just to remind myself and motivate myself why I'm doing this, And when I get bored of that, then I switch to podcasts. I have a few people I follow that have amazing podcasts, and so I look up if they've interviewed anyone about sugar specifically, and I listen to that, and it's just so motivating, and it helps remind me, like, why am I doing this, and what kind of person is it I want to be? What is it I'm trying to achieve? And I want to be that person who is full of energy all the time, whose brain is working, the mitochondria are firing lots of energy, and those neurons are doing their job. I don't get brain fog, and my memory is good, and all of these things. And also, of course, prevent or at least slow down aging as well, That's what I'm trying to achieve. That's the person I want to be, and that's why I'm doing this. So whenever I feel like I want to grab something sweet or something highly refined, even if it doesn't contain sugar, although that's not strictly off limits, like a piece of toast, for instance, I'm not doing it because, of course, it breaks down into sugar very quickly in your body, because I remind myself, well, that's not going to help you get to be that person you really want to be, So I think it's important that we think through, well, get that why. Why are you doing this, Just to say, oh, I'm going to skip sugar for a bit, it's not good for me. I don't think that's enough. You have to have a vision of, or a very clear understanding of why. So that is my why, and I have this vision of the type of person I want to be.
And like I said, I'm just listening to these audiobooks and podcasts to help inspire me even more and to remind me again, you know, of all the negative effects that sugar has. And of course, all the positive effects of removing it from my diet. So this morning I had bulletproof coffee for breakfast. So I put my coffee in a blender with some MCT oil, and I put some collagen powder in there as well, just because it's so good for, you know, skin, hair, nails, bones, cartilage, all of this. And of course the MCT oil in the coffee gives you all those ketones which feed your brain, makes you feel really good. So I really felt an energy boost from that. And then I did the 6:30 a.m. CrossFit class, which went really well. I so enjoyed it. It's just so much fun because not only does it energize me and I feel I've used my body, you know, and that makes me feel good as well, because it's reinforcing that thing that I'm taking care of myself. I care about myself enough to do that. But in addition to that, just being around people and the loud music, it just fires me up for the day. So I'm really, really happy about that. And then after that, I had oatmeal porridge. The cinnamon got finished, so I just had plain oatmeal porridge, but it was really nice. And then I made a plant protein smoothie shake that I have with me now. So if I get a bit hungry mid-morning, then I will be drinking that. So in the shake, it was pea protein. I put like a superfood blend, which has a bit of greens, maca, raw cacao. I put chia seeds in there. So a whole mix of things. The chia makes it a bit more substantial, so a bit thicker, which I like. But anyway, that is my go-to if I feel I need something mid-morning. And I think what this is helping me do, the no sugar thing is helping me do, is think through more, you know, when will I be hungry and what do I want to eat or do when that happens. I'm more prepared, because otherwise I would just have, you know, it's very easy to grab something, an energy bar or something packed with sugar. We don't want that, or whatever it might be. You know, it's very easy to grab something on the go that is very unhealthy and laden with sugar. So I'm finding that I am having to plan a little bit more, but the end result is great, because then I eat something super delicious and that's really good and healthy for me as well. So thumbs up.